Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Psychedelic Kitten, and we're back out with Beacon Pines. And in the last episode, we went to, what is this place called? I don't know. I'm thinking AC/DC, but that's not it. Anyway, we went there, and we got a new charm to try to progress the story further, so that's where we're going. Hum.
And in the stillness, he began to hum.
Let's see where it gets us.
After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind, the only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud.
Okay. We're back, Graham. Please don't do it. Do I click something? What?
Gran lowered the torch.
There we go.
Listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank.
I can't even really hear him hum. All I can hear is the wind.
Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out.
Yes! Way to go, Gran.
A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
I guess I can hear it a little bit. But the wind is so damn loud. It's hard to hear it. Man, they're taking forever again.
Luca lifted his head in astonishment.
Okay, that time I was able to trigger it myself.
The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca
Wait a
blinked
minute.
through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother.
Seriously? Our Gran was our mother? Why would you do that to us? Like, why would you make that a weird storyline like that? Like, what's the point, bro? That's horrible.
Only smaller, older, changed.
Maybe it's because of the change that they did, taking the people from one dimension to the next. Mom? That's right, Buckaroo. Mom!
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Okay, so she's not evil. Eleanor? I thought you were gone. You should have known I would never abandon my
Eleanor
son.
looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed? Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. Thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. Don't do it. I tried beating them at their own game. Please don't pick that up. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, Her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now, there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold hard
Luca
truth.
gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone, we've got a party to crash. Oh, thank God. Yeah, walk away from the source, leave it alone, I'm sick of dying. And don't you think about touching it, mister. You don't understand, he always wins.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know.
Oh, we made it back to chapter 9.
7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant.
Yes.
It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus liquamen. There were dozens of them. Every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I'm tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. I think we've seen this, oh my God, words have escaped me. This, whatever's happening here in another video. Speech, that's the word. How great is that? This man is a liar. Ooh, getting right to it, are we? Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated... Miss Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you too. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You're sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? Well, knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable, so that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. Ooh, he came to help us. Two-timing clown. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... what's happening? Why you applaud in there, Mr. Wolf? That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Ah, the ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn to my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
That's a horrible thing to say, and I think she looks beautiful. Fuck off. Consider yourself in rare company. You managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party, but alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr. Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I'll take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. You have done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon. Okay, moving on. Founder, you are most gracious.
Rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
Freaking alcoholic. Can call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Okay, didn't see that coming. The hell?
A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No! Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, that's quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and build a sign. Ha! Wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard! He looks kind of evil. He probably is malicious. Malice? Ooh. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. What? Some assistance, Mr. Kerr.
A subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward! Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. Yeah, this guy sounds kind of evil. You're clearly lost without me, and that leads me nicely to my children. If I remember right, he was the father of that fat guy that we had an argument with. What's his name? Oh god, I can't remember his name. I lied. It was the mayor. I knew it was one of them. Daddy? I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. So I got those two mixed up. Yeah, he's the mayor's dad. Squandered. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. But silence, I guess, is an adult speaking. Ooh. His dad's an asshole. Okay. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's alright, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where's Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? That's his name, Joseph. Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. Think you've said enough. Nonsense. People deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. Why was I trying to read that as sorrier? An aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest? Huh. You think that puffed-up blatherskate could have accomplished all of this? Don, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, It almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and built this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, Thebesian extraordinaire at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. Truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was a patsy the whole time? Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most, and I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ha, the young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Oh, you gonna knock me out now? Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end.
Go figure.
This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
So, do we have... No, we don't. We don't have another one for it. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. We can accept that, which might give us something else. And we can tickle that. But those are the only two left, it looks like. Alright. Let's accept his death. See what happens. Accept.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
I'm so sorry, Iggy. Good. You deserve to die, Kerr. Get the hell out of here.
The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Oh! There goes the fireworks. It's kind of cool. I really didn't want to kill Iggy. Hello and goodbye, Iggy. Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Curious? Ah, but of course, those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. This is the one time that I didn't fly up and freeze everybody. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyway. How? Tempest liquamine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself, but doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold and the fireworks made the whole freeze over. That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. Okay, could you talk for the stupid people? At least Luca was able to decipher that. I shudder to think what would have happened in that
I have
case.
some idea what that would look like.
It'll take them a good while to safely break though and access source again. If you know all of this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each one of us has a role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my
A
role?
fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn, you are going to save the world. Oh boy.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder. Revenge served cold.
What?
Second time's a charm? Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels.
That was interesting.
Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Okay. Ah, we still don't got another one. You gotta be kidding me. Oops! No! No. Whoops. No. Let's not. Crap. Is there a way to go back? Bro. Oh, okay, yeah, tickle. Never mind.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
So we're trying to find the last charm. Hey Tish, wanna see something cool? Yup. Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
What the? Tish, is she tickling you? Yup. Yup.
Tears
Yup.
began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter.
Yup. Yup. Yup.
Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
Yup. What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening
His
us.
eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. Mm-hmm. See you around, new
He
kid.
kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Whoa. What a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair. Oh my god. Don't tell me she's gonna change now.
Shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Is it bad? It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh god. Well, at least it didn't
Chapter
turn.
4.
At least it didn't turn her into a weird
The
monster.
best policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Alright. Is there a certain charm I'm supposed to be looking for? I thought Hum would definitely get us past this. Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with gray hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the
Roxy's
truth.
temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling.
Roxy's turn. Oh, yeah, she just said that.
This
Spaced
was
out
the
for a
most
second.
intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of
In a
time.
torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rollo and I weren't just playing in Weepwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse, but someone was there in a strange suit. And we hid in the dumpster and had a heavy bag dropped on us. And I think it was a body. And so we ran, but we got split up. And I ran home. And it's really all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, She looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Rollo's gonna be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. Can't just sit around, I have to do
Roxy
something.
tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to the little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Sound like a plan?
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad's been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than
Looking
normal.
into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Seriously? Oh, I thought you said you rubbed your arms in the puddle. I'm like, wait, what? Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. Okay, so we gotta go back to the treehouse. Alright. Treehouse is so far away.
Jumped with a start.
Hi. Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fellow like that. Sorry. Who were you talking to? What?
Motion to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard a ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rollo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rollo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boy's antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rollo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank, and he didn't get lost. Someone took him, I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Dang it, boy, if there's something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
There was... shame? Wow, we have shame and malice in this one now. Okay.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help.
Maybe I should went with malice that we're talking about me for a second. Yesterday, Rollo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rollo when he went missing? Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster. What were you doing in there? At first, we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. You got scared by some garbage. Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage, I think. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you? We were all so close to being done with this.
Firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
Oh shit. What are you doing? It's out of my hands now.
Shut with a mechanical hiss.
I should have done malice. Shit. It's funny how he always says shit.
The floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule, plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end.
Yeah.
Wait.
She went with malice.
This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
Alright. So we got malice now. Still don't got nothing there. So... didn't mean to do that. Is there a way to, like, escape out of here when I accidentally do that stupid shit? Apparently not.
Well,
Guess we're going back to
time
Tickles.
to bust out the tickles.
See if we can go back out. There we go. Okay. So, can we do it? No, we can't. Where did we come out of? Okay, we can start here again with Malice. Alright. Malice.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
I just want this all to be over. Of course, I'm sure it will all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I checked for Rollo at the
Luca twisted
treehouse.
free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Of course. Luca, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. Sure I can. I don't trust you. Goodbye. Fuck you. Oh. Library.
Oh, the cobs. A salad set.
Yuck. Can we talk to these guys? I know I'm supposed to go to the treehouse, but... Alright. Let's go to the treehouse. Oh my god, stop walking like you're drunk. The festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree, this is all more than a little sad. Worse than sad. It's boring. What if we did a little something to spice things up? I'm listening. You know the festival sign waiting to be unveiled? It would be a shame if someone...
scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
Okay. Goodbye. Can we talk to her? No. Her again. He looked down and muttered in a gruff voice. Mom always told me my problems would look smaller once I grew up. But my problems always seem to grow right along with me. Heavens, I sense big trouble ahead. Hi, Luca, what's up? You haven't seen Rollo around recently, have you? He doesn't come around here much. Not since they made a rule that he can only order decaf. Alright. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Modewell. I work here now. I'm unable to locate you on our staff roll. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Our harvest awaits. Whoa. You could get wrenched to the noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Don't scare a man while he's junking, Sonny. Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be junking? I might as well ask the same thing of you. Find anything good? Bah, ever since Perennial Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. With this bunch, it's all shredded paper and coffee cups. Well, I'd better get going. I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing. See what? Exactly. Whoops. Get on the bridge! Good gracious, dude! Can't talk to him. Hey, Jetson. Have you seen Rolly come this way by any chance? Afraid not. As elusive as the fish in this here pond. Okay. Rollo!
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rollo! Rollo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace.
Okay.
Once again, Luca found himself in a vast black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luca stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket, a keepsake.
It's taking us forever to get to the actual ending. Holy crap.
The voice of his father spoke behind him. You made me proud, Buckaroo. Luca turned to face him. Dad, what is this place? A warm grin grew across his father's face. A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together. Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out. As Luca's doppelganger stepped forward, that's up to you. Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real? Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me. Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. And you? The doppelganger choked back tears. I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luca laughed. I think so. His father pulled him in for an embrace. Time to go, Buckaroo. Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you in there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open.
What's going on? Who are you?
Chapter 5. Dangers big and small. Luca stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Rollo, you're alive! Homie! Stop right there, or I'll... Sheesh, I know it's dark and all, but figured you'd recognize me. Who are
The
you?
large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
I don't know, he looks a little off. Thought he was fatter. Stop now or I'll clobber you with a baseball bat. Whoa, 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 take it easy. Luke, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rollo. Nice try, but I know you aren't Rollo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Haha, uncle. Luca, quit messing around. It's me. If it really is you, prove it. Flaming chicken coop, Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo, only bigger, older.
See, that's what I mean. He looks different. I wonder if he ended up in that green gunk, too.
Changed.
How? What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. What? Where did they take you? Don't know, they threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big. Look.
Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower, but beggars can't be choosers. Rollo, it wasn't just your hands. My feet, too? Dang, Pop just made me new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so
Luca
small?
moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
What
His
the?
hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo! Rollo, what did they do to you? They made me drink some sort of green crud. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It kind of tasted like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped. Whoa, you smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think it did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage? Who are these people? Don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it. Fix it? This is awesome! Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Luca, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. We may finally have a lead on what happened to your family. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. Danger ha.
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all on. Definitely Rollo. Hey fellas, what's
With
up?
a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Ah! Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened. I need help. I didn't know where else to go. So, you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? No, this is my buddy Rollo. This is your missing friend? One and the same. He seems a little old. I'll have you know this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here? That's fair. How did you find us? Your silly little treehouse. Think you mean our silly little mission control. I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I could hear your racket from a mile away. See, Luca, this is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rolo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened. Yeah, but...
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
Anything you can say around me, you can say around Rolo. This has been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yup.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try to salvage my hair. So I dyed it with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. Okay, just need to play it cool and hope no one notices. Notices what? Oh, nothing, I was just... Come over here and let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? Just kind of felt like a change. It's going to take forever to grow out. You were the one who said that change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Tonight? Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Beck! He is, him and his weird cult of personality. You're not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough to her to exile her daughter to the podunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. Banjo. I'm having speech issues today, apparently. You know I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants and people? Okay. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival. But, not another peep.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more...
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mom. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded? No. I'm sorry, you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it, I actually kind of like this look. Great, can we get back to the story now? This next part is the important bit. I have this radio upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr. Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies, I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on our new lead researcher of deep engineering? Nellie Modeville seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor? Her work must be complete before the festival. I'll make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good, you know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. When she has finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her. Long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir. I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the endgame, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she'll either leave the office completely committed to perennial harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay, just for a bit. Oh? It's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline, and rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You are only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah, Just so we're clear, when they said loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone? Capital
Luca
murder?
gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. Nah, as far as we know, Kerr is the top banana at Perennial Harvest. He sounds scared of this founder guy. So we have an even topper banana on the field. What the hell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected. Luca, do you think that body at the warehouse was the person Beck's mom came to replace? That would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor got, loose-ended. I'm getting that impression. Okay, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work? The creep on the radio said they were going to hold her there until then. So if she's not coming out, we gotta go in and get her.
Flipped a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this'll help. Yeah, blueprints. Well, it's really just a welcome map for my mom's PH orientation day, but it shows the layout. She looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. It even has the exits marked. Guys. We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is, right?
To wiggle with excitement.
I think we're heisting. This is officially a heist. Okay.
Chapter 6. The Heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread, even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in 1 day, and they each had their assignments.
Alright, quick recap. Rollo, you can talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her in fits, the whole thing could go bust. Me, Cordial, is my middle name. Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your new
Vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
circumstance? But she'll be so happy I'm alive, she won't even
Beck
notice.
snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Ilona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nellie is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay, that leaves me with Jeff, then Iggy. How are you gonna persuade them? I'll think of
They
something.
each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed. Enlist the help of Jeff. And Iggy and Tish. I know who Iggy and Tish is. I forgot who Jeff is. Who's this guy? I can't talk to him anyways, doesn't matter. Guess it's not Jeff. I think this is Jeff. Hey Jeff, yeah it is. What can I do for you? Well, I know how much you hate Perennial Harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry, I mean, I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So we're gonna break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
You see, I knew you kids were alright. Great, so you'll
The
help?
joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. But, give me one good reason I should risk my hide aiding and abetting you
Looking into the
rascals.
sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Uh-oh. Junk, shit, fight, crooked? Crooked sounds about right. Gah, they're all crooks. Like cockroaches. Stamp one out, and another comes scurrying along to take its place. So is that the wrong word?
Luca wasn't ready to give up so easily. He shouted out again.
Okay, fight. I've done enough fighting for one lifetime, more than my share of losing. Time's come to hang up the gloves. Okay. Hide wouldn't be it. Junk or shit. Shit. Yeah, it's all shit. I still ain't helping. Ain't that some shit? Okay. Come on, dude. Hide. Only because that doesn't sound right to me.
Jeff's brow perked up.
What'd you say? Go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they all do, but you'll never hear him say, I hid from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I've got just the thing. I should have went with hide right away because that's the one that I thought that didn't make any sense. And usually when I think it don't make sense, it makes sense because that's the way this game is going. And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy. This ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gob should cover it. Put it on my tab.
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing by first thing in the morning. Okay. We got Jeff. Hey Tish, look who it is. Come on, just kill me already so I can end the video. Luke, are you here to try to tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of shit to each other.
Gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. But lately, life has been kind of strange. Hard. You know? Hard? Yeah, well, life's always hard. Get over it. We ain't interested. That wasn't it.
Luca knew they'd need Iggy and Tish to pull this off. He tried again. Iggy gave a reluctant
strange? You know?
He considered the point.
Things have been weird around here, so I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we break our hostilities, at least for now? We do like breaking things, even if truce means less breaking things. What if I told you there was a way to have truce and break stuff? Go on. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest headquarters.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed. And after this is all done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out at our treehouse in
Iggy
time.
glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. We just like to cause
With a quick
chaos.
nod, Luca was off.
Alright. Did you hear that, Tish?
He gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out at the
A
treehouse.
tear ran down Tish's cheek.
I never expected this day to come. Ooh, she says something other than yup. How wonderful.
Chapter 7. Into the Hive. A good heist requires preparation, and thorough preparation takes time. Something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. "We're locked and loaded on my end." And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
Just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. Got your delivery here. Delivery? I don't have anything on my notes about delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning.
He
Right.
had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept
Rollo
secret.
sighed. adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Well, that did it. Our harvest awaits and
With a
such.
stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Our harvest awaits. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about. Yeah, this is a need note kind of thing. I'll just
He
check.
stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this
Rollo
form.
interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Rollo panicked.
Our harvest awaits. That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. Our harvest awaits. Yup. Suck on this perennial ham fist. What was
The
that?
distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do.
He fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise. Oh, come on. Just buzz me in already. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Phew. That was close. Oh, we was in the box. Our harvest awaits. Hey, I figure. When in doubt, stick with the classics. Well, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. Alright, everyone knows what to do. Yep, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck. In case you need some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. Okay. Deep engineering wing. Beck and Rollo have that covered. Oh, there's another door over here. Okay. That's the door we came in. Wow, that was confusing. Hi, that's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. That's weird. Oh my god, there's so many doors. What the hell? What's... a hallway to nowhere. What's going on here? Alright. Apparently we're in an episode of Scooby-Doo. Let's do this. Because what the hell? Uh-oh. Solomon
stopped in his tracks.
Luca, what are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you
A
okay?
veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I am most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and... were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Dang, okay, you should stick with me.
Solomon's
Got a plan.
facade briefly faltered.
We? Yeah, Rollo and Beck are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to go get out of here. We can't leave just yet, but they'll catch us again. I've got to do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder, why are you looking for him? I'm not, I just need to get into the office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this way. Okay, I know you're evil, so this is not gonna go very well.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequences. Oh, here it is. So it is. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly
Luca tried to
fortunate.
handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. Yeah, but if Luca pays any attention, he would notice that the wolf guy was, like, looking straight at that door. Like, maybe he was gonna go in there or something. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a
Luca
lock
smiled
like
and
that.
looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. Oh, she got the shovel. She's gonna murder somebody. Dig the grave. Or shut off their electric. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
And a quick hat tip, and ambled off with a whistle.
Howdy. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Tell your friends that you're with somebody in case you get murdered. Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing, we're stuck at a locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friend, Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
Smooth. How did you just guess that? Oh, it's the absurd password Rollo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the founder used such a basic password. Or they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your
Luca
luck.
quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rollo, think this should do it. Bingo, bango, doors open. Luca, you never fail to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down there? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Okay, Luca, I think we're close. Next door is marked
Once again, Luca
13806.
scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Great. We're all gonna die. Maybe this one opens the lock. Or sounds the alarm. Smooth. Crap, we got company. Luca must go faster. 1 second, I can't think with all this
He
noise.
skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is, 13806. Go, 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 go. Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help. No, he wasn't. He absolutely was not. Aw, man, no water cups. Rollo. Rollo, are you okay? Rollo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're
With
trapped.
satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rollo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two rabble-rousers are coming with us. Nope. Make a break for it. Did that little shit just kick me? Don't just stand there after them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I'm having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rollo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom! Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy. I finally used the young chemist lab kit. You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. We? Who's your adult friend? Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I had more of a growth spew. No, that's not
Leaned
possible.
over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars consistent with Tempest liquamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. Told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what is the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring, and they called the source. They named it Tempest liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempest liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time, but it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed, but Tempest liquamine is rebellious. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists, yes. I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott. harnessing Tempest liquamine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't, right?
Sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them, and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. Man, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyways. Sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I'd considered that possibility. I've sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about on the radio. It's why we gotta get you out of here. Like now? Wait, the vial! I finally solved the chemical equation allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luca, we've got Dr. Modeville heading your way now. Roger that, be careful. Alright, everything's on track. And what is your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Okay. Malice 80 proof of whiskey. Hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol's arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I should just smother you right now. What's that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're no bother at all. That's hilarious. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system, time card logs, payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing. It looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with the party? Only time will tell.
He held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been in here recently. I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You need to worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise.
With a quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face.
Creepy.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected?
They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it! Locked. That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rolo, before we start tossing blame around, is it possible someone ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me, I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience, we just have a few quick questions. So let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Everyone else, huddle up. Oops. I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no! Hush now, child, the adults are speaking. Dr. Modeville, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. The powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial harvest, Valentine fertilizer, all connected by a single thread, yours truly. But that's...
Eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ha! Yes, now you got it. Tempest liquamine, you discovered how to reverse the process.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
He is always applauding. Very good, Dr. Modeville, very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my taste. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work. Which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present to you the eighth wonder of
Before he
the...
could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a
Luca
taste.
tickled the vial mockingly.
Seize him! Luca! Over here! Move another inch and I smash it.
Tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash you, I swear. Fine, risk killing us all. Or if you're lucky, nothing happens, then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
Deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck, but there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there is only one way this
She
ends.
looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. We can't trust that jerk. Sorry, he's right.
Apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Seriously? Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think, all this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How's this all because of me? Ha, said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be part of something great. But the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
Muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Creepy. Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You there, keep post outside the door. Well, crap. Oh, I can move.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca, give me a minute to calm my mind. I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rollo, you just need some time. Rollo, it's over. We lost. Hey, I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know it's just we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time's curiosity. Poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note, hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents. Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why, what did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. There's reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull.
We're gonna die, aren't we?
Chapter 8. comeuppance.
Maybe not.
Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rolla. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Okay. Nobody's home. Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Miss Lucas, Gran. That's awful nice of you. But I'm fine. Oh no, what did they? Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop
In
him.
one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No. Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I won't be so sure about that.
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his Wonder Potion with a little malice. I kind of want to do that. But would change be right? Oh, crap.
I might have tweaked his Wonder Potion with a little change.
Like pocket change? You're an unlucky penny. Yeah, I plopped in the vial when no one was looking. What's that going to do? No idea, that's abused science. Now we observe. Now call me Sharper
His
Valentine.
body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Okay, so they meant actual change. That's not gonna do shit. Or maybe it will. Holy crap, he's a baby. That is hilarious. Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What? He was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we do what Valentines always do. What must be done? Hurry home and prepare a cure for father or young Sharper. That'd be a great help, thank
She
you.
looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show's over. You may leave now.
Epilogue.
Ooh, we did it.
Beacon Pine's coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had, and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Awesome. We did it. We put on a sweater. Rollo, are you up yet? Roger that. It's a beautiful day at Mission Control. You gonna swing by? Be there in a minute. Wonder if he knows that his grandma's his mom yet. I hear you and Rilla have big plans for that little tree house. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity when Rilla won Luca rule, so we decided to expand. But at least we've got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie's and Ilona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at the state. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rolo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown, literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. I won't tell him this, because it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. Sure, he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Okay. What you doing? Digging in the grave? Hey guys, how's tree planting going? Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Ilona and Nellie for letting me help. Apparently I watch too many true crime shows because every time I see a shovel I'm just like, you digging in a grave? He's actually doing crops. Makes sense. Better option. Just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
Perennial harvest collapsed. Most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone with a knack for art can help paint that new office. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you've really found your calling. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now this right here. This is something I'd be proud of. Gardening. Okay. Look, I get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah, and honest to goodness. Flip-flopping, swim-swamming fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I've caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What'd you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. I'm hoping to catch it again tomorrow. Nice. Oh, hello. A little higher. Yup. A little lower. Yup. Little higher. Yup. I'm telling you, the angle isn't the issue. Need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine, Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yup. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want Mission Control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. Ah, you're right. Lead the way. So we gotta go to Beck's house. I know where that is. Alright. There's one of the moms. Oh, I lied. Both the moms. I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea. There's still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is go slow and fix things. Amen to that. I'm sorry, dude. Wasn't you asleep? Alright. What's today's news and needs knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Monisque, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of the Iceman Cometh, the state correctional facility. I heard there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. That's hilarious. Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon, Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I, so we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully no. I spoke at length with Dr. Modewell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That was objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. Two activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out however we can. Can't wait to teach him to throw a baseball.
Did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. Okay. I'm not trying to jump, I'm trying to move. There we go. Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt on my own time. You run along now. Whoa! Bunnies! Can you talk to them? Somebody have babies? What's happening here?
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Come on, come on. Or come on. No one is too big, no one is too small for Jeff's wild ride.
Maybe not completely unused.
He just turned into Dr. Seuss. It's one piece of candy for the ride of your life. Who's next? Guess what? Yesterday I saw a Dynastis Titius, and that's good. It's great. Haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become the bug capital of the county. Oh boy. I didn't mean to go that way. Her house is this way. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in. It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. Sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. My mom's prepared this tree especially for you. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of Old Beacon Pines, and thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. Okay. So around this time, they actually know about the Old Beacon Pines. Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Bring a special occasion and whatnot. Or being a special occasion and whatnot. Rides on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree. Aww.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for.
Sweet.
Honestly, I began to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks, only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. A cello? What? I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. Or is it cello? I don't even know anymore. Oh no, you don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yup. Thanks. There's just one thing missing now that you're a part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh god. I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer. Again? You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Oh, so he does know. Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved the old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more, because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. So sweet. Can't believe I finally made it. Hey, Dad. Dr. Moldwell says that over the next few years this place should warm up, so you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you, you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Do I move him? Am I stuck? What's happening? Oh, there we go. The end. So, oh, okay. Well, that's the end of Beacon Pines. It was really fun to play, but it was a little chaotic from going from one ending to the next. It had you do almost every ending there was to this game. But we got there, we did it, yay! And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.